If you're a big Batman fan, then I'm just going to assume you're really looking forward to the Flash movie, because we already know that we're seeing at least two versions of Batman in this movie, with both Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman, with rumors of other Batmen showing up: Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, whole bunch of rumors. Who knows what's true? But today we have actually a bit of a plot leak, kind of, for the Flash movie. It's not really a full plot leak. It's really just about the end, how the movie will end when it comes to Batman and the future of Batman in the DCEU. So this is coming from a Reddit post on DCEU Leaks. It was posted by Miss Super Brainiac. So Reddit posts, you never know if it's true or not. So of course, take this with a grain of salt. But this is a pretty interesting one here. So let's get into this. So it says, quote, "Warner is very happy with the scripts they have, especially with The Flash, Aquaman 2, and Blue Beetle. Although the script for The Flash is very good, they have not yet defined what the future of the DCU will be. They have three endings in mind. One option, delete Batfleck and bring Michael Keaton into the DCEU. So let's talk about this before we go any further. So, delete Batfleck and bring Michael Keaton into the DCU. This is something we've actually been hearing quite a bit about as a possibility of the future of the DCU ever since it was reported that Michael Keaton would be returning in this movie. Everybody was basically saying that he is going to be the new Batman of the DCU. He's going to replace Ben Affleck. He's going to be the Batman in the Batgirl movie that's going to be Batgirl's mentor. And I never really liked the idea, because I love Michael Keaton's Batman, and I'm super excited to see him return, but I don't really want to see him as the new Batman of the DCU, because I mean, he's, not to say he's old, but he's older than most Batmen, so I don't want a Batman who just sits in a chair and just mentors people. Like, sure, that'd be cool for, like, Batgirl or even, like, a Batman Beyond. He'd actually be perfect for Batman Beyond. But I want a Batman who actually is a part of the Justice League, and we actually see fight crime and stuff like that. And if it's Michael Keaton's Batman, highly doubt we're going to be seeing that very much. So, I mean, it'd be cool to see more of Michael Keaton's Batman, but really the only way I'd want to see him stick around is for a Batman Beyond. He'd be perfect for that, but anything else, I don't think we really need to see more of him outside of this movie. But then, moving on, the second option is delete Batfleck and bring Pattinson into the DCEU. So, this is another interesting option here that, honestly, I wouldn't mind. When we get into the third option, I think the third option is like the best case scenario, but this is the next one. It's really like worst idea to best idea here. Second option, I think is pretty good, because Robert Pattinson has a bright future as the Batman. This first movie looks great. We already know they're doing a trilogy. They're doing spin-offs on HBO Max. Robert Pattinson actually just recently signed this huge deal, so he's sticking around for a while. So if they made him part of the DCU, it would make sense, because he's going to be basically the main Batman going forward. But the only problem with that is that then, first of all, you would have to rewrite the multiverse and have it be like, alright, Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Flash and all those characters, they met Batfleck, and now all of a sudden they're going to meet a younger Batman. So it'd definitely be kind of weird. It's weird either way, having an older Batman in the DCU, but then also having a younger Batman, because it just doesn't mesh well with the rest of the Justice League. Because I think Robert Pattinson's Batman would make a great Justice League member, but the problem is that, he's like half the age of all the other members, so I feel like it'd be kind of weird. But again, he is going to be the main Batman going forward, but I do feel like maybe they should keep him on his own, because as cool as it would be to see him in the DCU teaming up with all these other characters, I just don't know if he'd really fit in the best. And also, just keeping him in his own separate universe is really what Matt Reeves wants to do, and also leaves more creative freedom on the table for that franchise. So I'm thinking that's what they should do with this. But the third option, which again I think is the best case scenario, is keep Ben Affleck and leave him as the definitive Batman of the DCEU. And this will, of course, depend a lot on Ben Affleck's will. And it also says that they are going to shoot the final 3 scenes, but keep until the end to choose a direction. So, at the moment, they're not completely sure on which direction they're going to go in. But again, I think that keeping Batfleck is really the best way to do this, because then you don't have to mess up the multiverse or anything. Then you can still have Batfleck in the DCU. I'm pretty sure almost everybody loves Batfleck. Everybody loved him in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Most people want to see him continue with his solo project, whether that's a solo movie or even an HBO Max series exploring his story with Deathstroke, with what was originally supposed to be the Batman movie. Bring back Jared Leto's Joker for that. Bring back some other cool DCU Batman characters. And that's really how you could do it. That would really be the best case scenario. And again, it all depends on if Ben Affleck is willing to do it, because the whole reason he was taken out of the DCEU originally was because Ben Affleck didn't want to do it anymore. His body couldn't take it. He was going through some rough stuff in life at the time. But he signed on to return for The Flash. So maybe if things go well there and there's a good reception to his role in that movie, then maybe, just maybe, he will actually decide to stay on as the main DCU Batman, which I think would just be awesome. And again, just best case scenario right there, because then he could continue with the Justice League. Again, they wouldn't have to mess up the multiverse with like, oh, there's a new Batman now and explaining all that stuff. They could just keep it plain and simple. And that's really how I want it to be right here. And I think this is the best case scenario. But again, Warner Brothers, at least according to this leak, has not officially decided on which ending they want to do yet. All 3 are possible. Definitely let me know in the comments below, which one do you want to see? Do you want to see Michael Keaton become the DCEU Batman? Do you want to see Robert Pattinson become the DCEU Batman? Or do you want to see Batfleck stay as the definitive DCEU Batman? So guys, let me know all your theories on the Flash movie down in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.